Hello everyone, and I hope you're doing okay in your quarantine. Today I'm gonna make pasta because my restaurant serves Italian food and among other European dishes. And I'm gonna use ingredients that I find here in Mazatlán, as I usually do in my restaurant. There's a couple of things that I can get somewhere else, but I buy them here usually. So I'm gonna use the local ingredients, which is the octopus, the squid, and the prawns. Cherry tomatoes and basil, you know that they're very typical from Sinaloa. Garlic, of course. And I also have in my pantry, I always have olives and capers, because with olives, capers, tomatoes, and basil, and garlic, and anchovies, maybe some peperoncino, which is basically chili flakes. You can do half of Italy on the south, the dishes from there. It's okay? So we're gonna start with some spaghetti. The spaghetti usually takes between 6 to 7 minutes, depends on your altitude. But let's say that 100 grams, just for good measure, 100 grams is about one nice portion per person. So this is 500 grams, so I could feed 5 people with this on pasta. So what I do is I basically take a little bit like that, so it's about 100 grams, and that's that. In my restaurant, I already have them portioned, so I don't have to worry about it. So what we want usually is we want the water to be boiling, rolling boil. It's not absolutely necessary, to be honest. There's been proven that it doesn't have to be. What you need to do in case it's not strictly boiling is to move it with some sort of spoon or a tongue, because what you want to do is to release the starch from the noodle into the water, as opposed from that it will attach to the noodle, make it all not very nice, to be honest. But this was boiling, so I have no problem with that. Okay, so the next step now is to put some color on my seafood and my sauce. And basically I will start with some olive oil, or you can take the oil from the anchovies, just a little bit because it's rather strong. Then I'll take some of the normal oil, maybe a bit more. If it's too hot, just get out of the fire a little bit. You don't want to burn your garlic. So I'm going to start with the prawns to make sure that they have a nice color. Don't forget to season everything along the way. Salt. If it's not making noise, it's not cooking. You move this as you go, you know. It's starting to go like that, very good. Then you turn it around. All right, very good. Then you carry on with the rest. Then I'm gonna add a bit of garlic. And then you can add peperoncino, which is basically an Italian chili, dry chili. It's very hot, huh? I like it because I'm Mexican. So, if you don't have those, you can add the normal chili flakes that you put on your pizza, okay? Then, then I'll add my tomatoes. Then I'm gonna add just 1 or 2 anchovies, because what's this going to do, the anchovy, is going to make more of it's going to increase the flavors of seafood. I love anchovies. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of olives and a bit of capers. And that's it. Well, take a look at it how it's now. And it has a very nice color already, right? And then you add a bit of water from here, just to make everything come out. And then you try your pasta. Okay, your pasta needs 1 more minute. Then you have to check the salt. You see how it's making the sauce already? The water that we put, it puts a bit of sauce, right? It's already making the sauce. And we haven't added any tomato sauce or anything. This is stuff that you have in your house. Don't use anything from the can. You don't need to. Okay? So at this moment, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and put it into the... If you're doing it in your house, what I would do is this. Because you need some water you need some water from here later. So don't throw it all in the sink like most people do. Most people go like this and throw everything on the sink, but I'll keep some water from here because what I want is to make sure that if it's too dry, my pasta, I can always add more water. Because the pasta is going to cook. You see? The pasta is going to cook with the rest of the sauce for 1 more minute. And what this water has, this water has starch. So that starch is gonna thicken your sauce, making it really nice and thick, you know? Okay? That's it. Now we let it rest for 1 minute. And I'm gonna add maybe a bit of this oil because I just love anchovies. Did I say that? I love anchovies. Very good. And then I'm gonna finish it with extra virgin olive oil. Now in Italy, what I'm doing now is by adding olive oil and shaking the pasta, you don't have to do this. You can always do this and go around it. But it's important that you do this because what it does is it emulsifies the fats, making it nice and creamy. You see? Now that water and sauce became really nice and creamy. If you have some herbs in your house, then add them on now, which is nice to have. You can add a bit of parsley, just a touch for color and flavor. And that's it, Bob's your uncle. Okay, so our pasta is pretty much ready. So we do the last before we serve it. And then we do a round. When a pasta is well cooked, it holds the mount, holds a little shape. If it's overcooked, it goes like a soup, like noodles. Now, please, pretty please, with a cherry on the top, do not put Parmigiano Reggiano on top of this pasta. It does not have any dairy. All the seafood flavors will be lost with the cheese that has been aged 24 months, and it all will taste of cheese. If you go to Italy, don't do anything but to eat it, and that's it. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. We're gonna try this pasta, and I'm gonna eat it because I haven't eaten. So thank you very much for joining us, and we hope you're okay at home. And if you want a pasta like this, you know how to do it now. Otherwise, you can just call me and I make it for you. Okay? Enjoy. Bye-bye.